we are live and we are at Shelters by Jesus podcast, and we are excited that you are watching and you are listening and you are subscribing and you are liking all that stuff because that helps the homeless. Thank you so much for doing that. And if you want to be a part of our ministry and you'd like to give to it, go to sheltersbyjesus.com. And for $9 a month, you can take somebody or some family off the street. That's what it takes. And so what a nice way to use your $9. You get a lot of bang for your buck here. And so we thank all of you that support us. We are 100% faith-based, so those $9 is what keeps us going. And now the YouTube is, we're getting money off of them. That helps. You can help by subscribing and hitting like. If you don't have money for anything else, go up, but I want to support. You can also share this with your friends and family on your Facebook page. Say, hey, come on, check these guys out. Subscribe and hit like. Let them know what to do and help us make some money. I also have 4 books out written by the dumb hick from Skowhegan. That would be me. And they are written in Hickanese, the way I talk. And they are all about the shelter. They're Shelters by Jesus books. All the proceeds go straight to the shelter. And you'll read about miracles. You'll read about the wars we fought. You'll read about how buildings went up. You'll hear about individuals that have been here. And oh man, there's so many stories to tell. And you'll hear them all in those books. So we'd love to have you. We want you to have them. So put your address down there if you like them. Your name, your address. You can put it on Facebook there, or go to sheltersbyjesus.com and sign on our page and put that there. Or you can call the office, 207-474-8833, and say, I'd like Pastor Mary's books. You can say 1 through 4, all 4, whichever you want. The other thing is we're located at 12 McClellan Street in Skowhegan. That's 12 McClellan in Skowhegan, Maine. And if you'd like a tour, call the office at 207-474-8833 and say, I would like a tour, and meet the people. Right now, when this comes out, there'll still be 23 children here, I think, or more or less, but we've had 23 children for a while, and you get a chance to meet all of them. And if you watch my other podcasts, get to meet the people on the podcast if they're still here. So anyway, all of that said, we are ready. We've been doing a series on residents, showing you different residents and staff, and we have a couple residents with us right now. One of them was on another podcast about vets, but this isn't about vets today. This is about what it's like being a resident here. And so we'll introduce them to you. And I'll start right here. And want to give your name, please?
My name is LYN, and I've been a resident here a couple times, and this place has just blessed me each time I've been here. I've been welcomed back here 2 or 3 times, and this is just a blessing. It's just a blessing. I've had no place to go, and I've always been welcomed back here. And without this place, I don't know what I would have done.
Right. All right. We'll have some more questions for you in a minute. But want to share your name, sir?
My name's Troy. I've been here about 4 months now. Currently waiting on a housing voucher so I can get back to
life again.
We things have been good. This place has been a blessing to me. It's pretty much saved my life last time I was here. It's just a lot of good things off of here.
Okay, now we're going to ask the $1 million question I ask every resident here. What led you to being here? And I'll start with Lynn. Lynn, what was the cause of homelessness for you? There's so many causes out there that I think it's nice that people hear what causes yours.
Well, I was this time around. It was I was staying with a friend, and actually this time it was a good thing. If there can be a good thing, actually.
To be homeless in itself is what caused it might not have been bad, but
she actually had welcomed me into her home. And I was staying with her at her home, and she was blessed to reconnect with her daughter.
Oh, wow!
And that she has not seen for probably about a good 5 or 6 years.
Oh, really?
And her daughter reached out to her and asked to come home.
Oh, praise God.
And so it was a choice of letting the daughter come home, who has a 2-year-old grandson and
Oh,
another baby on the way.
whoa.
And you know, this at this time there's just no room in the inn.
Yeah, I mean that's understandable. But when you said it was a good reason, now I understand what the good. That is a good reason. A family coming back together again.
Yeah,
So you called up here, and you were welcomed right back.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I called and talked to Tommy in the office, and he said he'd have to talk to Seth. And of I didn't think Seth would have a problem with it, but you know, you never know. So and Seth said, of course. And as I said before, I'm thankful. I'm thankful to this place. I've always been welcome here. This place is like home.
All right, Troy. What caused homelessness for you? What led
Well,
you to homelessness?
pretty much I've had a lot of mental health issues
Okay.
throughout my life. So I had trouble holding on to jobs and just been out of prison a lot.
Okay.
And let's see, last time I was here was like 2018. I came here and I was only here like 3 months, but in that 3 months I got off drugs. I got my housing voucher,
Praise God.
so I got out of here and I moved to a place. I was in an apartment for about 3 years. Everything was going good. You know, I was working 2 jobs and stuff, trying to keep up with things, and then
Yep.
I ended up getting an infection in my spine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I had major back
Wow.
surgery in 2021.
Yikes.
And I spent a couple months in the hospital recuperating.
Now, how's
So
your back doing right now?
it's still rough. I got plates and screws and all that stuff in there.
Are
So
you going to be able to get a physical type job, or?
no, I'm pretty much done. I've also had 6 ankle surgeries in the last
Holy moly!
year. Yeah.
So, have you applied for disability? Is that
I've-
what you're doing?
I've currently applied for SSI disability and I just got turned down, but now I'm in appeal and I just had a lawyer pick it up. So hopefully things go better.
You know
this
what
time
amazes
around.
me is folks like you will struggle to get on. I had a young man here. He was like, I think he was 21 or 22
Mhm.
back. And he was like 6'2", muscular,
Mhm.
and he came to me one day. He says, "I'm going for a board meeting for disability," and I go, "What's your disability?" He says, "I get angry a lot,"
Yeah.
and I go,
Yeah.
"Angry? I get angry too."
Right.
You know that you're a strapping guy. I'm up here. I'm getting up every morning, going to work, give you a place, and you're getting disability. Good, apply. And I'm thinking, ain't no way.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's gonna be dumb enough to give a guy a disability because he has anger issues. All right.
Yeah.
Guess what?
You got it. Right.
First time
Wow.
he went to the board and come back, and I said, "Hey, wait a minute. Let's do this over again. Let me be on that board." He said, "I don't want you on no board." He says, I said, "Man, 11, you got to be kidding me." Because at that time, we had others who were in your position. Some of them were really physically bad,
Yeah.
trying to get on disability. And they were going through all of this. And this kid walks, I mean, and what a thing wrong with him. I mean, he was a walking power machine. And he walks in and says, I have problems with my anger. And they give it to him. I'm going,
Wow.
so they give you money to spend more time doing nothing, and that's going to help your anger. So,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
that has nothing to do with my homeless shelter. You have to hit a pet peeve. When you brought that up, it cranked me up again. It's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
But I
he's
see
right.
all kinds of stuff coming through.
He's
And there are folks like you that coming through, their bodies have just been racked, and they just don't function anymore. So anyway, praise God. So how have you found it here, Troy?
It's great here. I mean, the people watch out for you. You know, you always, you're in need of something, so somebody will always step up and help you out. And it's just, come on, Grace, good here. And yeah,
How you find the food?
it's great. It's pretty good.
Good.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, Lynn, you're also former military,
Yes.
because you did a veterans thing a while ago here, but this isn't that. But I want to add that. I want to touch on that a little bit with this.
Yes.
Now, how long did you serve?
Just under 8 years.
And where branch?
in the Air Force.
Well, I was in the Navy, but I'll forgive you this time.
Thank you.
At least you ain't as bad as Seth. He was Army. You know, it's like there is like, come on, man. You know, them Army dudes. I think Ross Nat's a Marine dude for a Navy guy. Yeah. So yeah, just kidding. But so you served 8 years in the Air Force.
Yes.
Okay. So did you have any physical problems from the Air Force?
I got not necessarily physical problems, but I have a lot of my PTSD and my anxiety and my depression that I got while serving in the military.
Okay.
So I carry that with me, and that's something I'll have for the rest of my life.
So you do, yeah, you have some effects that were caused by service.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So anyway, so have you found any of your needs not being met since you've been here?
Absolutely not. You know, everything that I could possibly need is here. I mean, anytime I need to talk with somebody or, you know, anything that I could possibly need is taken care of. I think the staff goes above and beyond to make sure that everything is taken care of.
Well, another improvement I've seen in your life, I saw when you come back, is when you were here the last time, you were twice the woman you are today.
Yes, yes.
So how did that all come about?
Well, honestly, I weighed close to 300 pounds, and I've always had a problem with my weight my entire life.
Yep.
And I couldn't do it anymore. My health was giving me the best of it, and I had to do something.
So how did you lose your weight? Because there's going to be people watching this. Now, I dropped 50 pounds myself, and I've seen on there that I've shrunk down. I know the kind of work it takes, but there may be somebody there going, I wonder how she did that, because I've got that same issue in my life. I have the same addiction because I have a food addiction.
Yeah.
And that's what puts us where we don't want to go. How did you do it?
It was a struggle for me at first because I myself, my depression would get in the way with me, and when I would get depressed, I want to eat.
I got you.
And I would want to go to eating.
Yep.
So I had to find things to keep my mind off of eating. So I got busy.
Okay.
I would get up in the morning and I would have my cup of coffee, and then it would be find something to do. Whether it be getting my Bible or find something else that I like to do. Like I like to color, so I would color. Or go for a walk when it was nice out to go for a walk. I had where I was staying at my friend's house. She has dogs, so I could walk the dogs. Just do things to stay busy, to not just sit around to want to feel sorry for myself and eat. Eat less. Yep. Try to eat things that were better for me. And I found myself not as hungry as I was.
And that's what happens. I ran into the same thing. As long as I keep the whoopie pies out of sight, I'm all right.
Yeah, and I was pretty lucky because I'm not a real big sweets eater, so that was pretty easy. You know, I like to snack a lot, and
yep.
So that's what I would do at nighttime a lot of times. And so to cut that out was hard,
yep.
But to not have them around, and also, you know, to have someone that cared enough to want to inspire me to say, hey, Lynn, you know, you don't need to eat that. You know, that's not good for you. Yep. And that helped a lot.
Good. Well, I know over here, we get all this food coming in, but one thing we get a lot of is sweets. I mean, man, it looks like a sweet factory here. They used to put them on the table over there, and Seth come up with a great idea, and he went to him and said, look, we're going to, for those that don't know, Seth is the director here, is chief of staff. He came up with the idea of let's take the sweets off the table and put fruits and vegetables, that kind of stuff out there. Something that you can, you know, like carrots or strawberry, whatever, because we get those too. And then I saw others able to battle their weight a little bit because of that. So that's another thing is if you've got it in the house, man, get it out. If it's in the house, you're going to fall. And so we try to make it not as available as it was before. I mean, if you want a cupcake or something, we could get it, but it wasn't there 24/7 because the guys, I'm like you, I like to snack. If I'm watching TV, my hands, I got to put something in my hands because they're going to go to my mouth. So anyway, that's one thing we did here. All right, I just got the finger telling me we're running out, pushing my time. So I got a couple questions before we end. I like to ask everybody as we're closing out, the residents anyway. What would you say to somebody that's maybe even in you guys' circumstances at this time, thinking about I'm going to be homeless, I don't know what I'm going to do? Would you encourage them to come to this shelter? If you would, why would you say this is where you ought to go and not be afraid of it? And like quickly.
Yeah, definitely. This shelter, it's got everything you need. The people and the staff are great here, and the case managers can help you out with healthcare, housing, anything like that. Most of your needs, get back here.
So you'd recommend if somebody don't be scared to come here, basically.
No,
Right.
definitely not.
Now, Lynn, a lot of it, ladies get nervous about going to homeless shelter because we have a men's shelter next door. All right. So would you want to take a couple seconds to just speak to how you feel as a lady being in the shelter with a men's shelter beside you?
I have never felt uncomfortable here. I've always felt very comfortable with the men here. The men have never been disrespectful. And if anyone steps out of line, it's always well addressed and well taken care of. Seth has always addressed it. And so I've never felt uncomfortable.
Awesome. I'm sure people that are watching this, either they have faced it or family or friends, or they know somebody is, because like we got Cody and Caitlin, their folks, parents and in-laws are down in North Monmouth, and because they knew about it and all of that. And you never know when somebody in your family is going to need a place, and it's nice to know there's a safe place to go. So
Absolutely.
And so when the ladies and the kids were in here, I asked them the same thing about their kids. So thank you. First of all, thank you guys for being on my podcast. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
that
Yeah.
very much. And thank you for watching, because if you're subscribing and liking, you're helping the shelter. And again, if you know somebody who needs a place to go, they're going to be on the street, get a hold of us at 207-474-8833. We're in Skowhegan, 12 McCullough Street in Skowhegan. And there's an intake process, but you call them up, they'll get you information, and they'll get it set up. But don't be afraid to come. If you need a place, please call us. We can't save the whole world, but we can save a piece of it. And it might be you that we can save, or a friend of yours, or a family member of yours, or whatever. So thank you again for watching. There's going to be more podcasts coming. We're excited about it. We're having fun with it. I hope you're enjoying them as well. And if you'd like to have us come speak at a church or an organization you're a part of, call the office, 207-474-8833, because I travel and speak. And we also do podcasts. We have podcasts. We'll travel. And if you have an organization that's doing something, you'd like to have somebody know about it or whatever, let us know. We'd like to come and show your ministry too. This isn't just about us. We want to shine wherever God is working. We want to shine a light. But until then, you all come back now here.